Welcome everyone. This is the introduction video for the Digital Advocacy Center's training Fundamentals of Digital Advocacy. We're going to go over the topics and content of the training and let you know a little bit about how to get started with your program. I'm Jesse Danzig. I'm joined by my colleague Deepanita Das. We're both thrilled to have you joining our program, and we'll be supporting you throughout your training experience to get your digital program up and running and launched. Who is this training for? So the goal of this training specifically is to help you as an organization figure out how digital strategies can help you win a policy-based advocacy campaign. And that's either to help pass new policy or implement existing policy. And the training's for organizations who can really commit to building and launching this digital campaign based on the learnings of the program. We're not trying to do a training for academic purposes or theoretical. Each section of the training you'll see is specifically geared toward getting your digital advocacy program up and running to help you achieve policy success.
So let's talk about how the training works. The important thing to remember is that all the course content will be available straight away so that you can decide for yourself how you want to learn and what you want to learn. The course exercises, speaking to Jesse's point about actual campaign training, the course exercises are geared to map up to the actual tasks that comprise your campaign planning and execution, so we encourage you to do them. We, that is Jesse and I, will be available throughout the training period for you to talk to in real time. We will share office hours with you. Also, we will be providing personalized feedback on each of your exercises so that you can see how you are doing. Successful trainees are eligible for up to $1,000 in the Facebook advertising support program that is accompanied by further training and guidance in how to grow your following on Facebook. So let's go over the lesson and module course structure very quickly. We have 3 lessons: strategic planning and organizational commitment, social media content community and channels, and digital campaign measurement and execution. There are 13 modules in total. Module 0 is a mandatory module, and Jesse will tell you a little more about it later. Modules 1 through to 4 cover the first few steps of picking your goal and designing your campaign. Even if you have some of these in place, we still encourage you to go over our content and do our exercises. Modules 5 through to 7 talk about how to use Facebook and how to manage your community online. And modules 8 through to 12 talk about the measurement and analysis of your campaign and the process of lobbying, as well as supporting the implementation of policies with digital.
And we know that digital tools and strategies can be used in a variety of ways in the tobacco control universe. And one of the things we like to emphasize is that this training is really geared for digital advocacy. We make a distinction between digital advocacy and what we call digital marketing, whereas a digital marketing program might be emphasizing behavior change or prevention, so a cessation or quitting campaign, or getting people to understand the health impacts of tobacco use and help prevent initiation. We're really not gearing our trainings toward that, but more toward this right hand of the spectrum, looking at the tobacco industry denormalization process. How do you remove them as a credible actor in the policy-making process? And then also helping to influence either new policy passage or strong enforcement of an existing policy. And so you'll see each of the tools and exercises through the modules Dee mentioned really have an emphasis on a goal that trends toward the right of this spectrum. And Dee also mentioned Module 0, where we think it's super important that before you start taking a training, you really know what you need to be trained on. And this is an assessment tool that helps you look at your organization's current abilities as it relates to digital strategy, your organization's capacity to actually execute, a campaign, and then just the organization's commitment and structure overall for digital. So the evaluation, it doesn't take long, it's fairly straightforward. It helps you kind of know where you're at, and then further, more importantly, helps you identify which of the modules in each of the lessons make most sense for your organization. Maybe you have a really great plan in place, but you're not sure really how to get started on Facebook or Twitter, and so that you focus in on lesson 2. Or maybe you're just starting out and you know you have a policy goal, but you have no idea how to actually start a digital campaign. You're really going to be focusing and starting at lesson 1. Maybe you have a plan and you're on Facebook and posting a lot, but you're not really seeing results and you're not sure what's going on or how to measure. Then you're going to really dig in on lesson 3, looking at campaign measurement and execution. So we encourage you to take all of the lessons as are relevant, but know that this first module will help you figure out which of them are most important to you.
Let's talk about lesson 1, which is strategy. Now, the strategic planning topics are as follows. First, using digital to win your campaign, where we talk about how you can set the right goal for your campaign. In this, we will be teaching you about the SMART framework, which is very useful. In topic 2, we are talking about creating a power map in the context of a digital campaign. So while it will be similar to what you've done before or maybe working on now, it is a little tailored to an online approach. Topic 3 talks about designing a digital campaign. Here we will be using the Go Strong framework and also talking about the 4 buckets of grassroots and grass tops target audience for your campaign. And last, we will talk about creating a messaging framework, so the different levels of messaging and the platform-wise messaging that you can use for a very effective digital campaign. Moving on to lesson 2, where we are talking about content and channels. Primarily, this lesson is about how to use Facebook, how to use Twitter, and why you should also be on Facebook and Twitter. In addition to that, in topic 1, we explore how to create content that is tailored to these platforms and will have the maximum reach. And last, very, very important, how to manage your community online, how to grow your community online, and how to engage more with your followers.
Great, and then lesson 3 is all about building a campaign and measurement framework. So, we like to start in lesson 3 with understanding your indicators of success and how you're going to monitor and measure those. What are we trying to actually achieve on these digital platforms, and then how do we know that's actually helping us achieve our policy objectives? So that's module 1, and then modules 2 and 3 really get into the nitty-gritty of what successful digital advocacy campaigns look like. How can you use these digital tools, or what are examples where digital has had a major impact on influencing either policy passage in module 2 or policy implementation support in module 3. So these go through a lot of specific examples and give you some frameworks and ideas to build your own campaign so you can be off and running to understand how you're going to measure and what you're actually going to do to have impact on achieving your goals. Great, so that's our lesson structure, lessons 1 through 3 with the corresponding modules. We hope you take module 0 and identify which of these will be most relevant to your program and start to dig in. Dee and I are very much looking forward to working with you all and hope to be in touch soon.